Well, Prince William and Kate will arrive in Boston today for a whirlwind 3-day visit.
Yeah, it will be the couple's first visit to the US in 8 years. Lizzie Pearl is in Boston, eagerly awaiting the royal arrival. Lizzie's parked a car in Harvard Yards. What's on top of Will's and Kate's agenda there?
Yeah, good morning to you guys. Well, Kate and Will touch down here in Boston in about 30 minutes' time. They are flying commercial, which is important because the focus of the next couple of days here in Boston is all about the environment and Prince William's Earthshot Prize. But they'll be coming straight here to Boston City Hall. They'll be greeted by the local mayor, also by the Australia's US ambassador and daughter of JFK, Caroline Kennedy. As you said, this is Kate and William's first trip to the United States since 2014. It's actually their first international trip since taking on their new roles as the Prince and Princess of Wales. So plenty on the agenda for the next couple of days. They'll also be able to visit with some of the environmental charities in and around Boston and some social charities that are close to their hearts. So plenty on. And of course, Boston is really rolling out the welcome mat for the royal couple. A number of the city's landmarks will be lit up in green tonight to welcome them to town.
Oh, it's going to be lovely. And hey, Lizzie, there's a bit of a race row happening back home.
There is, and Prince William has really addressed this head-on this morning. A spokesperson for Prince William has said racism has no place in our society. The comments were unacceptable, and it is right that the individual has stepped aside with immediate effect. Now, this individual we are talking about is actually Prince William's godmother, Lady Susan Hussey. Now, she has been forced to step aside. She's been one of the Queen's ladies in waiting for almost 50 years. She's been up until now has been serving in the new household of King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla. However, she was at a charity function at Buckingham Palace. She has been chatting with a number of charity workers in and around London. One of those charity workers was a lady by the name of Ngozi Fulani, a black British woman, and she's recounted a conversation with Lady Susan where she said she was repeatedly pressed on where she was from. Now, when she responded, "I'm British, I was born here, I'm from London, I'm from Hackney," she said that Lady Susan repeatedly kept asking her, "But where are you from? Where are you from?" Now, Buckingham Palace has said this is unacceptable and deeply regrettable. Lady Susan has stepped aside, but it certainly does threaten to overshadow this trip from Prince William and Princess Catherine as they really try and step into a new era of the royals, a new generation trying to refresh and recast themselves as much more relevant to the world and to the US where we are at the moment.
OK, in other news this morning, some royal news for you. Prince William and Kate will arrive in Boston today for a whirlwind 3-day visit. It will be the couple's first visit to the US in 8 years. However, their visit is being marred this morning by a racism scandal back in the UK.
Let's bring in royal commentator Victoria Arbiter, who's in New York with all the latest. Victoria, thank you for joining us. We'll get to the royal visit in just a moment, but first, a senior royal aide at Buckingham Palace has resigned. What can you tell us?
Good morning to you. Well, yes, needless to say, while William and Kate have been in the air en route to Boston, this story has dominated headlines. It turns out that yesterday, UK time, the Queen Consort hosted a very important reception at Buckingham Palace. It was part of the UN's 16 days of activism, raising awareness of gender-based violence. And one of the ladies that was in attendance at that reception posted a transcript on Twitter this morning, again, UK time, outlining a conversation that she had with one of the Queen's most senior ladies in waiting. The images that you're seeing right now are of Lady Susan Hussey. And according to Ngozi Fulani, who is the Black director of Sister Space, it's a charitable organization that advocates for women that are victims of domestic abuse, she said that Lady Susan Hussey repeatedly said to her, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" Another couple of ladies that were in attendance said it felt like an interrogation. The implication being that because she happened to be a lady of colour, she wasn't welcome. She wasn't necessarily from Britain. Ngozi was born and raised in the UK. So she said she felt violated by this. Now, Unusually for Buckingham Palace, they have come out guns blazing. There was a very quick response. They said that this was unacceptable behaviour, and Lady Susan Hussey has indeed resigned from her post. She was with the Queen for more than 60 years, so quite a major step down for her today.
And as you point out, a really interesting reaction from the palace, not what we're used to from them, but I think, you know, swift and decisive, and I think probably the right one as well. Now, you are following Prince William and Kate in the US. What is on the agenda for their visit?
Yes, well, going to a positive story, I think this is a huge trip for the Prince and Princess of Wales. As you mentioned, it's their first one since 2014. It's also their first one as Prince and Princess of Wales. Now, this 3 days is all about highlighting the Earthshot Prize. It is what aides have called Prince William's Super Bowl. It's something that he's very keen to really light up on the worldwide stage. So they are about to attend an event at City Hall in Boston with the mayor, with Caroline Kennedy, who's the US ambassador to Australia. They're going to kick off celebrations to the Earthshot Awards ceremony, which is taking place on Friday. Boston is going to be lit up green in honour of the occasion. But also, while they're there, they're going to visit a number of projects that are focused on Boston's efforts to combat climate change. The Princess of Wales is going to go to Harvard University and learn what they're doing in terms of early years education, and which is very much in keeping with her early years project. And then Friday night, there's going to be the awards ceremony, a star-studded event. Billie Eilish, Annie Lennox are going to be performing there, and a number of stars are going to be presenting awards. So a big deal for the couple.
Yeah, so Victoria, just to see us out, the $64,000 question. Yeah. Do you think they're planning on seeing you-know-who while they're there?
No, I didn't think you'd ask, but no, there are no plans. As one reporter put it, there are 3,000 miles between LA and Boston. That's like flying from London to Baghdad. So no, this is all about work.